This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Boulder, Colorado. I am here at Mandala Infusion, brand new for 2016. They have been providing a small piece of Tibetan culture for the local community here in Boulder. I'm here with the general manager as well as owner. Guys, thanks so much for joining us here today. Share with me a little bit how you became here in Boulder.
When I moved to the state in 2010 and I visited Boulder, Colorado, while I was living in Portland, Oregon, and I found this place very interesting, like the similar altitude, the similar mountains, the whole small town where I grew up in Tibet. So it feels like a small city, but it's just big enough. And just wanted to be here, and I moved here in 2010. The Tibetan community, we do have about 300 Tibetans here, and the Tibetan culture is very celebrated here in Colorado.
Your general manager here, is this something that you've been exposed to in the past, or is this kind of new to you as well?
I've been in this industry my whole life, over 20 years. Opened up quite a few restaurants, including for Gordon Ramsay, Charlie Palmer, just to name a few names. Takla and I were friends way before this happened. Was actually having a drink somewhere, and he tapped me on the shoulder, and he's like, I'm going to open a restaurant.
The rest is history, as they say, right? Two friends come together. I have introduced many bistros throughout Colorado. Never introduced a Tibetan bistro. What is a bistro like back there?
So this is not common in Tibetan, but I would like to have incorporate more than just a Tibetan. My life is in America, and we have this Tibetan, authentic Tibetan culture, but yet to have a modern, bolder Tibetan. And the bistro is unusual, like the light is in our sitting areas, very modern, like the Western style. But we do have pieces that we brought from Tibet and make that authentic pieces of the place. It feels like we are in a Tibetan, even like the arts, the trends of the walls and our designs.
One thing I notice when I walk in here, first of all, I'm greeted at the front door with a prayer wheel. I mean, that's very cool. I also see the normal tables on the floor. This is a common of that culture as well. How has the community embraced that? Do they like coming into something new?
It is. The prayer wheel is Tibetan Buddhism. We do pray around it. This particular prayer wheel has a Manipema mantra, which is compassion and love. When you added the 6 syllables together, each mantra has a different meaning. But what I explain to people, when you're spinning clockwise, this is the power of the mantra goes to the universe. And the Sangha table back there, this is how we sit at the big tables. Families usually together with the lunch, breakfast, all meals together, family, communities. This is how we start the day. End of the day, that's where the conversation starts, and good food.
Absolutely. One of the things I notice here, Stefan, is that the energy is great when you walk in. They say basically a plant or two will bring life into a place, and you've gone beyond that. Tell me a little bit about the herb garden.
Well, it's something that we've been working on for months and months. Truthfully, it was a mess out there, and it took some time, took a lot of effort and sweat. There was a couple of staff members that to take it upon themselves to help us out with the herb garden, and it's a true blessing. We've been using that garden on a daily basis. We're planning to do more. Probably grow some mushrooms for the winter time.
We're talking about very fresh herbs. You're the host of a new restaurant here. Have you been involved in the restaurant industry before this?
No, this is actually my first job.
This is kind of a unique experience for folks that you're bringing here. Were you familiar with this type of cuisine before you started working?
I was. I'm actually half Tibetan, so I grew up eating this kind of food, so I'm very familiar with it.
What is your favorite on the menu?
My favorite is probably the lamb momos.
It seems the kids love momos, adults love momos, pretty much across the board. Some of the younger folks that walk in here, how do they embrace this food? What do they think?
I think it's something that they probably haven't had before if you didn't grow up eating it, so it's pretty unique and something new.
I see a lot of regulars already starting to come back. Is it kind of neat to build the small family, if you will?
It really is. I like seeing people come back again that I recognize their face. It's really nice.
Excellent. Did you grow up enjoying food as a child?
I always have been, because when I was a child, we had very little to eat, so we constantly think about food and imagination.
Tell me a little bit about the plate that I've got in front of me.
This is actually very universal, but This is called actually brick chicken, but what we do is actually we fillet the chicken ourselves, marinate it, and cook it right in order.
I see potatoes, fresh vegetables. That's pretty much a staple in any one of the meals.
Indeed. Again, with the potato, when I cook it, we actually put herbs and lemon in it, so you get a bit of different taste than a normal potatoes.
This is something that can be eaten as a group starter, but it also can be eaten almost as an entree, really.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, this is very unique for Tibetan because when we get together, we always make a family or a group of friends and we make together and then eat it. There's actually much more pleasure in making it than sometimes eating it.
The folks that come in here, many times they've never tried this type of cuisine before. Is it kind of nice for you to see when their plate's all clean?
Indeed, most of the time. Yesterday I just had an experience that someone's licking the plate, empty plate, and that gives me such a pleasure.
Kind of neat to share with the Boulder community Tibetan culture right here in a small community environment.
Especially in the United States, I think Boulder is one of the most unique places for Tibetan to thrive, and I think it's such a pleasure for us to be able to accommodate that kind of culture here right in this Boulder.
Excellent. Let's move flavor forward, as you guys say, and let's get into some of these dishes. Let's start off with an appetizer, what people can start with. You have to educate our viewers on what a momo is. Tell me what that is.
Momo is a very traditional Tibetan dishes. Usually in Tibet, it's like ceremony, celebrations, we make momos. It takes lots of labors. It's you kneading the dough, you need to let it raise, you prepare the vegetables freshly every day. It's just a great dish. And what we do here, we use a high quality dough like semolina we use it here. We use the lambs and the vegetables in the momo. The herbs coming from backyard garden and the lambs from local lambs. So, we focus flavor forward, like meaning from the flavor is coming from the food.
A momo can be either a veggie momo, it can be a lamb momo, can be eaten as a starter, or even I see that there's an entree lamb momo. Is that correct?
I mean, it could really be any momo. We call it infusion for a reason. It's a bistro. What it really is a modern take on a Tibetan bistro, something that I don't think has ever been done before. And also making sure, again, that everything is organic, everything is local, and we do the best we can to make that happen.
A pickled root vegetable. I see that in a mandala slate dish. Tell me about that.
So the pickled vegetables can be a very traditional food in Tibetan. We do like this in the falls. We will like pickle a bunch of vegetables, and we have that all winter long tail experience. We do golden beets, carrot, we do onion, daikon radish. One of our chefs used to work in a high-end sushi restaurant. So he brought all these techniques. It may not be a very Tibetan dishes, but that's again mandala infusion. Our food is not just focused on Tibetan. It's like the Boulder and beyond. It's a true bistro that has traditional authentic food twisted, and we have brick chickens and tuna leaves.
That is fantastic. The entree names you're going to have to help me with. Can't pronounce some of them. I see things that are familiar, like sweet potato noodles. I even see ingredients like that of sirloin. Tell me what's your favorite.
My personal favorite is called tukpa. You could have a couple different options right now. One is a vegetable broth with our garden vegetables. And then we also have a bone broth option. It's a 2-day process just for the broth itself. And then we add those vegetables, and to that we add crispy pork belly, which is from the same company that's local and organic, and that's just a great addition to things. Yeah.
Crispy pork belly, I heard him say. What is that exactly for folks that have never tried something like that before?
Crispy pork belly, how we finish is here. We marinated it, and if you use our herbs, we baked it for a while until it's cooked. Then it's ready to eat. But when we serve it, we put it on a grill. So the skin really crispy, and it's just like a perfect pork, when there's a fat in the meat. It's just perfect.
Sounds very tasty, the two combination there. For folks out there that feel comfortable having a sandwich in their hand, you also have the Tibetan prime rib sandwich. Share with me about that.
Local meat, prime rib, roasted slow. We do add our yak cheese. Basically, the story is that a man from Switzerland, a cheesemaker, actually made it to the Himalayas, ended up living there and started making yak cheese. It has very big similarities to a very good Swiss cheese, which is great. We add some pickled onions to that, great quality bread.
I'm a meat eater myself, so that definitely sounds delicious. Key word that I really pick up here throughout an interview with you guys is fresh and local. From your salads that you make, all the herbs that you put in, but also the local community. I mean, this is really about a place where people get together, enjoy some time together. How has the public embraced you?
People have been really appreciative of what we have done with the space and the interior design, the ambiance and music and the wine list and the food. We are very happy to have much good reviews and people keep coming back. And every plate we see here is empty. We feel comfortable that our food is high quality and chefs are very confident to serve their food that they can enjoy. That means the customers will enjoy.
It's been good for you then. Kind of nice for you guys to hear some of the people talk about the place, I would imagine. I've gone online, checked out some of the reviews. People enjoy what they find here. We're talking about a full-on bar as well. So this is a great place for a happy hour. I mean, not only is it great food, but it's great community. This is a place you can come out and even some entertainment, I see. Latin-infused happy hour. You've got wines, fizz wines, red wines, white wines, you name it. People enjoy the bar.
We have a great wine program, great cocktail program, some well-integrated Belgian selected beers, kombucha on draft. We make cocktails with kombucha as well. We have some elixirs made by a local man named Ish. So there's quite a few interesting things. Every Sunday afternoon we're doing a Latin-infused happy hour. So there's a nice fun salsa dancing going. We are doing live music every weekend, which will be either on a Friday or a Saturday night. So there's quite a few things going on. Yeah.
Quite a fun place to be at. We're talking about a nice facility inside. You can sit down, regular tables. You can sit down at more of the traditional Tibetan table, which is nice. But you also have a great patio out here, which I see people enjoying. Tell me what a great way to end the dinner would be.
That's our awesome chocolate cake, which covers with local fruit. We serve that with the crispy almond grounded. Do have some raspberry, Colorado peach, and with this mango sorbet. I think this is the best way to end your dinner. It's just a good treat for customers, and we're happy to see plates are empty. Those plates are empty. So yeah, it's a good sign. And we make those dessert every couple of days to keep it fresh.
Make it nice and fresh. Last question for you. Someone like myself who have never tried this type of cuisine before, what would you recommend that I try as a first-timer?
The first time you're here? I mean, I probably would like to start with some momos. They are fun. Even kids love momos. Everybody loves momos. They're delicious. We have our homemade Tibetan chili sauce that we serve with it. It's actually sitting on the table at all times. It's good for everything, especially for momos.
Especially for momos. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. First of all, on the website, you can learn a little bit more about this culture here, the team that has brought this out to you here, right here in Boulder. This is local community, a place where folks come together, a slice of Tibetan culture, but we're talking about really infused into Boulder. Not only the local community here as well. Take a look at the menu online. They've got lunch, they've got dinner, as well as dessert there. Check them out on Facebook. They keep their Facebook apprised, letting you know what type of entertainment they have coming at you. Great happy hours. They've got some live music, like you say, on the weekends. We had to come all the way down and check this out because, like I said, I've introduced many bistros here in Colorado, but never a Tibetan bistro. Definitely a cool place to come out. This is Gary Atensu with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Westminster, Colorado. I'm here at the Man Cave. Since 2011, they've been providing collector car storage and concourse level detailing for the folks here across Denver. I'm here with Ryan Walker, who is the operations manager. Thanks for joining us here today. Let's start off a little bit about yourself, how it is you got involved in this operation. The CEO himself, he has a lot of experience going all the way back to 2007, not only in storage but also in auto detailing. He really understands the automobile culture of Colorado, if you will. How is it that you got involved with this organization here, Ryan?
Yeah, I've known Mike, our owner, ever since he started the Man Cave way back in 2011. As the business grew and grew and grew, when he opened this location, he asked me if I wanted to, he knew I lived up this way and asked me if I'd be interested in running this location. And as things grew, we just kind of grew together and it worked out great.
Excellent. When we basically look up in the dictionary Man Cave, it discusses a retreat, a refuge, a place for men to get together, meet. Nowhere does it talk about automobiles, but you and I know automobiles and men have gone hand in hand for many centuries. Why do you think that continues to be?
It's one of those things where everyone loves cars. I mean, especially cars like these. I mean, this is some pretty serious machinery in here that we get to work on every day. So it's hard not to like them. I mean, even if you don't like cars, I mean, you come in here, you can definitely appreciate every car that's in here. So.
Excellent. We're sitting in one of the newer locations that you guys have here in Westminster. This is more than just a custom car garage, really. Tell me a little bit about the facility. We're talking about a pretty good amount of space here.
Yeah. So here we have a 5,000 square foot shop where we detail cars and we do clear bra and window tint and things like that as well. We have it upstairs. We call it our Man Cave. We have car clubs that meet here. The Porsche Club meets here. The Ferrari Club meets here. It's really a place for any of the community to come out and hang out. There's a big conference table, there's a foosball table, there's a big couch, a TV. Come watch the Broncos game. I mean, really whatever you want to do. And then we do have a showroom here where we just show a few cars. Nothing crazy, but it's a place where we can display our work.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a great place for a guy to basically store his car here because we're talking about climate controlled. So we're talking, when it's freezing out below out there, you don't have to worry about your car not being in a place that has perfect shelter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. We keep all the cars on trickle chargers. They're all started regularly as based on the client's request. They're all started. They're all kept, maintenance-wise. We could take them to the dealership for you for service. I mean, we're here to be as accommodating as possible, so.
Excellent. Regardless if it's an exotic, a muscle, a vintage, a collector car, pretty much everyone has the same mindset, which is they understand the value of cars. And not only that, but they understand what the meaning of these type of cars is. It's almost a discussion of Americana, if you will.
Absolutely. There's definitely value behind the cars here and definitely value behind what we do as well. So it's definitely great that people recognize that, and it's fantastic for us.
As far as the garage condo here, this is a secure site. We're talking about you have alarm systems in place as well as security cameras. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we have security cameras, an alarm system, anything. I mean, usually if something happens here, the police come before we do, so it's great.
And that's it pretty much at any one of the locations?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. Let me ask you, can these be used for both long-term as well as short-term storage? And is it limited to just automobiles, or are we talking about trucks and motorcycles, that type of thing?
Some of the locations can accommodate some bigger vehicles. Here, we can only do cars. We do have a motorcycle, but really it's just cars here.
Okay, but some of the other locations, if somebody has something like that, are the other locations, have they expanded throughout the years you've been in business?
They're about the same size. They're just a little bit laid out different so that they can accommodate bigger vehicles. So.
Like we said before, this is more than just a storage place. This is really a place about preserving some of these cars. You've got a complete detailing shop located right here. I'm sure you guys are able to handle everybody's daily driver all the way up to exotics right here in one location.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we're known for our work with high-end and exotic vehicles. That being said, it just translates to our work with everyday cars. I mean, we work on anything. We're not picky at all, so.
You've got complete washing, waxing, interior detailing, quite a few levels of detailing. I mean, I see you've got a full premium car show. We're talking about even what you call concourse level. What does that mean exactly?
Concourse level detailing is, really what it takes to win car shows, where we're actually competing against it. A lot of people who bring in like this old Mercedes right here, people who bring in these classic cars, they need the whole car gone through. Every nut, bolt polished, I mean, the wheels off, the undercarriage done, literally restoring it to a better than factory finish. So We go through every step possible to make it the best it can be. So concourse level detailing is really what it takes to win shows and present the vehicle properly.
That is excellent. Here in Colorado, we are no stranger to hailstorms every once in a while. Share with me with the paintless dent repair, how that's able to help with folks out there.
Yeah, absolutely. If you ever get hailed on or even a little door ding, any of the dents in the car, we can fix. So all you gotta do is bring it in. We have a PDR guy on staff. He's between all 3 of our locations. He'll come out and he'll fix all the cars.
One-time detailing, people can come in for a one-time detail, get it ready for a show, or what about monthly maintenance, and if they want to come in and just keep it up year-round?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a maintenance detail. So once you do kind of an extensive detail with us, which is called a car show detail, once you do the car show detail, that's basically where we restore the car to as close to new as it can be without doing a concourse level detail. So it's all the paint gets polished up, to perfection, and the interior done up nice and everything. So we offer a maintenance detail package, which basically you can come back, once every month. As long as you do it every 3 months, we go back and we go through the entire car and make it all beautiful. So.
Excellent. So quite a few services under one roof here. We're talking about window tinting can be done here, even the protection of clear brow, which you mentioned earlier. Are those all things that basically one-stop shop?
Sure are, yeah. So we'll do anything really cosmetic with a car. And if it's something that we don't do, we'll definitely point you in the right direction.
Excellent. What about somebody out there that needs to transport one of these beautiful cars? You guys even have a trailer that can actually transport for folks as well.
We do, yeah. We have a 36-foot enclosed trailer, so even if it's a car that doesn't run, some cars just don't run. They've just been in storage their entire life. We can still go to your house, pick it up. We can transport the car to a car show for you, really whatever you need. So.
Is the Man Cave open in all the locations pretty much 6 days a week? Are people able to come in, maybe take a tour, or like you said, even go up in the clubhouse there and enjoy?
Absolutely. 6 days a week, feel free to come by. All the cars are always on display, and we always have cars coming in and out. So feel free to stop by anytime, and we'll be able to take care of you.
Excellent. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their contact information. You're also going to take a look at their website right there. On the website, first of all, just check out the reviews. This is a company that basically began and continues serving the public with the best in customer satisfaction. We're talking about if it's your daily driver out there, or be it your top exotic Lamborghini, Bugatti, you name it. These guys pretty much have the experience to handle any type of car out there just like that. This is something that basically you probably have a passion for. Most of the people have a passion for, and really this is just kind of an extension of a community of car lovers, really. I mean, all 3 of the shops, it seems like you guys are in the know when it comes to events going down across Colorado.
Yeah, absolutely. We try to be involved in everything. So, I mean, obviously we're big car guys, so that's above and beyond anything. I mean, we're just car guys. Everyone who works for me is all they're car guys. So we appreciate going to car shows. We just like being involved in the car community as much as we can. And it's great to know that the people who take care of your car, you'll see them at the car show on Saturday there with you. So it's fantastic.
What is the best way for car lovers out there to stay connected? Do you guys have a Facebook page, or do you have a website where you can actually find out where some of the events are going on?
Yeah, absolutely. On Facebook, we're just Man Cave, and then followed by whatever city we're in. So we have a Westminster location, a Wheat Ridge location, and a Centennial location. So you can find us on Facebook, along as our website, which is www.mancavedetail.com.
Excellent. You guys were basically voted as the best detail shop there in Denver for the past few years. That's got to be kind of a cool deal for you.
Yeah, ever since we've opened, we've been the best detail shop in Denver on Denver's A-list. So we're very blessed for that. So.
Excellent. Last time, viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there, and you're going to see their contact information. Obviously, you can go on the website there, check it out, take a little tour there visually, if you will. But the best way is really to walk on in and put your eyes on some of these beautiful cars they've got here. But also keep in mind that they're here to detail and take care of your automobile as well. And that is pretty much from automobiles, trucks, you name it, complete detail jobs, from one time getting them ready for the showroom, or possibly to maintain them year-round. That's, again, the Man Cave located right here in Westminster since 2011. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.